All right, we're recording now. And you know what, James? I'm going to let you take the lead.
All right.
Have
Well,
fun.
we welcome to the show. We both played the Pragmata demo. I played it today. You played it a couple days ago, right?
Yeah, I played it a couple days ago.
Yeah. And honestly, I had not looked into Pragmata that much before doing this. Like, I basically knew nothing about it. I might have seen one trailer at some point. Um, I know you had kind of been following it a little bit.
A little bit. Like, that's
Yeah.
generous. A little bit
Yeah.
is generous. Mhm.
Yeah. But I mean, personally, I think it did its job as a
Mhm.
demo because now I want to buy the game.
For sure.
Yeah, it was
Absolutely.
fun. It was fun. I could see maybe like people getting a little annoyed with Diana, the little android girl. It
That's
didn't. She
only
didn't
if you're
bother
not
me that much.
that's only if you're not shooting the weak points. Shoot
It's
the weak
only if you're
points,
bad
you.
at the game.
it's
It's like
only
Ashley.
it's only
It's
when you're
only
bad
if
at
you're bad at the game.
it's only if you're bad at the game. Exactly.
Um, yeah, but I had fun with it. I will probably buy the game close to release now. Maybe not day one, but I think the gameplay loop is fun, and that's I think
Mhm.
what the demo kind of needed to prove.
Yeah, I was playing it the other day and I actually had my our buddy Jeremiah kind of in the call with me while I was playing it, and it wasn't my intention to show it to him, but he was just in the call while I was
Right.
playing it. So I decided to just throw it up to stream it for him, and he kind of was watching, but he was like kind of going back and forth from whatever it was that he was doing, and he was watching it, and he hopes he told me that he hopes to see like more. um he hopes, like, so I don't want to put words in his mouth, but he hopes to see other kinds of weapons, and I
Oh
think
yeah.
other ways of hacking. And I agree because I do think that the hacking loop could get a little repetitive after a while, depending on what it is that you're doing. um because if it's just kind of like, I know that, what is it, in the demo, there were other things that you could pick up that got added to the
Yeah.
hacking, that, like, I forgot what they did. I think it gave you extra shields, I don't know. I can't remember what exactly they did, but I'll pay more attention to that when the actual game comes out. um and so, like, it makes hacking different in anyway. um but I can see, and we talked about this a little earlier privately, but I can see it absolutely not resonating with some people, because I enjoyed the demo, but I have interesting issues with hand-eye coordination sometimes. And there could be a lot going on, and you could be messing up those hacks real quick if you're not careful.
Yeah. It definitely it that obstacle makes the combat more intense.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that will probably lead to people like making mistakes with the hacking. I mean, I was
Oh,
like not definitely not perfect at it, but I don't know. It was fun to me, and
oh, I still have a good
um,
time. Absolutely.
yeah. I can imagine there will be more of those like little sort of add-on things
Mm-hmm.
for the hacking. I think the one I found, or I only ever ended up finding like one type,
Yeah.
but I think it did like extra damage or something. I don't know. But yeah, I can imagine there'll be more of those. And they were, I think, it seemed like they were altering like the size of the hacking like board.
It looked like during the boss fight,
Yeah,
the board was bigger, whereas
yeah,
smaller enemies had smaller boards, which I guess in theory makes sense.
right,
Bigger robots are harder to hack.
right.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I do see what you're saying. Like if they don't change it outside of that at all, maybe the loop could get a little boring. But yeah,
Yeah. yeah, this game like was interesting because it's like it was announced and was in development for a long time, and then all of a sudden about 4 months ago is when they really ramped it up and started showing it a lot more. um and I love demos. I think demos are an amazing way to not waste anybody's time and money. um
Oh yeah.
and we've seen demos really crop back up. Like I've seen a resurgence of demos in the past like 2 or 3 years, um when they were super prevalent during the 360 days. There were demos coming out for every other game during the 360 days, and it's almost as if they stopped it during the PS4, Xbox One era. And I'm so happy that they're back, because I don't know if I would have even considered this game at all as something that I want to pick up without the demo.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat, and I guess you could kind of say there's an incentive on game producers to not put out a demo, because then people will buy it. That you know,
Yeah, I
maybe if they played the demo, they wouldn't have bought it.
well, I
Does that
think
make sense?
yeah, but I honestly think that if I don't know, like I would say that if you have faith in your product, you should put a demo out. You should
Yeah,
put a demo out. Because I I guess like even if someone didn't like the demo, at least they can respect the developer for making that option available, so that way the potential buyer, um how am I so that way the potential buyer can make that decision and ultimately be like, you know what, I didn't like this game by this developer, but I do like this developer, so like on to the next
yeah,
one that they do. I just feel like it builds like goodwill to
yeah.
to have that. And honestly, as we mentioned earlier, as I mentioned earlier, I think a demo was really important for this game, because some people will not gel with this. There's a lot going on, and um I just think that like, so I think like some person will look at it and be like, "Oh, that looks cool." But then like they get into it and be like, "Oh crap, I got to like, I got to like move around," and while entering in like a hack
Right.
that's cut, um
I
so
could see it. I could see it getting a little like sort of overstimulating for some people.
mhm,
It never quite got there for me, but there is a lot. There's a lot you have to think about during
mhm.
combat, which I think is kind of cool. But
Yeah.
like it will turn some people away for sure.
I've missed a good puzzle game. Like I grew up with like puzzles being like, I mean like the Resident Evil games were always just like puzzles. Like
Yeah.
even growing up, just puzzles. Um and one of my favorite games that nobody ever talks about, psyops, you get all these different powers, and
Oh yeah.
you gotta like look around, and like there's puzzles, and you gotta get, yeah, anyway. So I love a good puzzle game. So I haven't fully decided if I want to pick this game up day one, but if I'm not playing anything around that time, I might actually get it.
Yeah. I think I am gonna get it. Although now that I'm thinking about it, there are a couple other things I did want to play this year. Um, and I think the James Bond game comes out around that time too.
Hmm.
So I don't know what is going to be the priority for me. We'll see. But I do want to play Pragmata this year for sure.
Yeah, I think that is my plan as well, to play it sometime this year.
Yeah.
Just have to see. Um, well, any other thoughts on what you like? On I will say that like at this point, I will play anything that Capcom builds inside the RE engine. I'll play anything.
Oh yeah.
Like, cause like, you know, everyone talks about like Unreal or like some of
Yeah.
the other big engines on the market, but like the RE engine is one of the best engines out there right now, and Capcom created gold with that one because I think it's I think it produces some of the most visually like it how do I like it just it creates some visually stunning things.
For
Makes
sure.
visually like it can be like hyper realistic too and very like detailed.
Yeah.
And I think that it's like one of the best engines for doing that, and like they've struck gold with that thing. I love it.
For sure. I think it's what's cool about it is like it's not quite it's obviously high fidelity.
Mm-hmm.
It's not quite photorealistic though. The
Yeah.
way some characters look is not quite like you're like something like, you know, The Last of Us Part 2. It looks like you're looking at people.
It
With
it
with RE Engine, it's like not quite completely realistic, and I think that's kind of cool.
it's
There's a little bit of style to it.
yeah, I guess what would be the best way to sort of
Yeah,
describe it?
I'm struggling to find the words,
It's
but
it's kind of like it's there is a like a slight it's like okay, so let's say that like something is at 100% like
yeah,
let's say that 100% is like completely real life, and then
right.
0 is a cartoon. Okay?
Yeah,
So the RE engine is kind of like it's at like 90%.
right.
Like it's really close to being very realistic, but there's also still like a nice bright sort of I don't want to say cartoonish aspect to it, but like it
It's stylized.
it's style.
Slightly.
Yeah. And you know, people could be listening to us talking and be like, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But
Yeah.
but hopefully people understand what we're getting about. But like I also love I love what it does with rain. I love what it does with water. And I know that we're getting a little off topic here. But like I've been playing Monster Hunter Wilds, and that was built with the RE engine. And
Oh, was it?
yeah, it was. And like there's all these crazy like water environments, and like what it does with like water on skin, water on clothes. It's a great engine, and I'm looking forward to see what they do with Pragmata. I do hope that they fix some issues with the girl's hair. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah,
The hair was a little weird. But it's a demo.
It seems like yeah. It seems like hair is the one thing that the RE Engine has like struggled with a little bit, especially towards like when they first brought it out. But I think they've mostly taken care of it. But this
Well,
demo, I did notice a couple things with Diana's hair.
Resident Evil 7 was the first one, right? I think Resident Evil
Yeah,
7 was the first game that they put out in the RE engine. And
yeah,
since then it's been their go-to
right.
for all of like their big blockbusters. Well, we wanted to keep this short. So do you have any final thoughts on
Yeah, I mean, it was fun. You know, it like I said, it did its job as a
it?
demo. It convinced me to buy the game, so
Yeah, there we go.
I'm happy.
Yeah, me too. And I low key hope that I don't have anything that I'm playing around that
Yeah,
time. But
yeah.
I have a pile that I got to get through. All right, well,
Well,
go ahead, finish it up. Close us out,
all right.
James.
Oh. All right. Well, that's that for the Pragmata demo. Thanks for listening, everybody. And yeah, we'll talk to you all in the next one.
We'll talk to you all on the next one.